Hello everyone, all the way from the UK. First interview of our athletes here. We have Miss Hilary Grant. And if you guys have been following the INBA or myself, you know who's Miss Hilary.
Yeah.
But for all the people who don't know, tell them your full name and what category you compete in.
Okay, I'm Hilary Grant, and I compete in figure masters and classic figure, which is just the one piece suit. So I'm all figure all the time.
Figure all the time.
That's right.
And you compete in open. You also compete in your age category as well. You do amazing in open category. So open category is all ages, guys.
Yeah.
So you compete with the 20-year-olds and 30-year-olds. I actually think you have more advantage because you have that muscle that you've been working on for years.
Yeah, there's something about that muscle maturity, and it only comes with years. So
right.
You know, I'll always compete as long as I can in the open because I feel like that really to be with the younger athletes because they're so driven, right? They're just like pushing through. So, and then even the older ones too, they just have so many years of consistency that part's really motivating. So I love the open.
And you've been competing with us for how long now?
Okay, so I started competing back when my baby was 1, and so that was, I think, almost 20 years ago, and then stopped for a good long time, and then I've competed for 8 years. This will be, I think, my 8th consecutive Olympiad.
Wow.
Yeah.
And then that baby you had is now competing.
And now she's competing, which is like full
And I'm going to
circle.
catch her right after this. So we're going to add her because this is the Grant family, guys. It's the entire family's involved.
Yeah. My son is competing this weekend as well. Yeah, my son Marley's competing.
I didn't know Marley was competing this weekend. Well, I'm going to have to grab him too.
Yeah, and then my very close friend Ashley is competing, but she's part of the family.
She's like your daughter, your sister.
Yep, we'll just call her the extra daughter. So, and then she's also competing this weekend, so it's a really cool weekend. The last time we did Worlds, it was myself, my other son Braven, and Nevaeh. Nevaeh was 16 back then.
Was it Greece 2019, right? Yeah, I remember that. So that was Nevaeh's first competition, right? All the way in Greece.
In Greece, that was Nevaeh's and Braven's first competition.
Wow, what an experience.
Yeah.
I remember that. I'll see if I can grab some clips of that.
That would be cool.
What an amazing thing that you have the entire family doing it.
Yeah.
And it's not only just, you know, working out and being an athlete, you guys have supplement companies.
Yeah, so my husband is a formulator, so we formulate products for not just athletes, but also for doctors around the nation in the U.S. So it's like a family event, and then both of my other sons work in, have their own supplement company, and they do, they specialize more for the athlete. Okay. So where my husband specializes more for doctors, they specialize more for the athlete.
So they have one of my favorite products that I always use. This is Gains and Bulks, guys, and I love my digestives. I'm forever using them.
Always.
But there is that line on top of that, which is, what's the name of the other company?
Optimal Health Systems.
Okay, so, and they customize everything. So all of these products are WADA compliant, which is amazing. Because a lot of the times people are like, well, we don't know what to use, what's acceptable, what's not. Because you can go to your, you know, regular vitamin shop and get something that's actually banned.
Yes,
because it's a stimulant and it can actually hurt you. We've been able to, now with the time, know that all these things cause heart problems and so much more to your heart.
100%, and because we work with doctors and my husband also works with a lot of different professional athletes, it was very important to us that we always source the most natural ingredients and stay away from anything, you know, in that steroid world.
Exactly. So I'm all about it. I will tag Gains and Bulk in there as well.
Awesome.
So congratulations that you're all the way here in Manchester.
We're so excited.
Yes. Do you guys have any plans to go to a different country after this? Of course you do.
Yeah, this is, we always incorporate family travel in all of our competitions. So after this, we'll head to London. And then after London, we'll head to Paris for a few days. And then we'll head home. So it'll be perfect.
I love it. So just in case you guys don't know, the INBA PNBA, it is worldwide. I don't know how many countries we have here today, but usually it's over 40 countries from around the world that show up, and this is all natural. So the very best of the best from around the world. So are you feeling a little nervous? You're just
It'll come, but I'm actually just more excited. I think it helps my nerves when I have my family competing.
Because it's home. You have your home with you.
Yeah, exactly.
So the support is very, very important.
Vital. I think that's like number one.
Yes.
Yeah. For sure.
In order to succeed, you have to have good people in your corner, and
100%.
family is 100%. So taking advantage of traveling, competing around the world with your family, what a good deal, right?
The best.
Okay. Well, you guys start following her. If you guys don't, I will tag her. She has an amazing journey. She's been in Ironman magazine several of times. You were like the original one, the first one from the INBA that actually was on there, right? Way back when. Before they even owned the magazine. So that was, I don't even know, 2018? 2017.
I think it was
2017. So the INBA PNBA also owns Ironman magazine today. They now only put WADA-tested athletes on that magazine. Usually it's all the champions from the INBA PNBA. So what you're going to see in that magazine is real people with real results, not something like, hey, look, take this product and you're going to look like me, but it's steroids that they're using. That's what it used to be. Now it's, this is what I do, this is what I eat, this is, you know, and it's real.
Full transparency, which means anybody can do it, right?
Exactly. It doesn't matter what color you are, it doesn't matter what language you speak, if you are. Nope, it doesn't matter, as long as you take the steps. So tune in, because now I'm going to grab Nevaeh.
Okay, sweet.
Well, welcome again. We have Nevaeh here, and this is the baby of the family. Not so much baby. Look at all these. Show them your muscles. Oh yes, thank you for the microphone. There we go. Mom's always taking care of stuff. So we were talking a little bit with your mom about your first competition, and that was in Greece, 2019.
Yeah.
And it was a tiny little girl that I saw. It was a bikini division. Now you moved up.
Yes.
So what are you doing now?
Wellness.
Wellness.
Wellness pro.
Okay. So tell everybody at home, what would that be, wellness? What's the category? Like?
Yeah. So leg dominant. So bigger legs, more defined quads, bigger glutes, less proportionate, not as bubbly nor dense. This year, just working on building that mass. I came in really too small for last Olympia. So just making sure that I build the mass on my legs and hopefully coming in super peeled to be able to keep up with some of the girls who have some more muscle, but coming shredded enough to keep up a little bit.
And you've been, how much muscle did you put on? Because I know it's a big difference.
A lot.
I'll also tag her and you can see her transformation. Now bikini's very tiny, it's very cut, small waist, everything's super tiny. Now this is more mass.
Yes.
You know, so I've seen the difference. Your legs look amazing, your arms, everything. So what, about 10 pounds of muscle?
Yeah, about 10 pounds.
Yeah.
My stage weight last season was 125 at the beginning of the year. I'm gonna come on stage, we're hoping about 135 this year. So
big difference. So numbers aren't always like a bad thing. A lot of people are like, oh, the scale's going up. Muscle weighs more than fat.
Yeah.
So we definitely want that muscle. And, it's a lot of hard work.
It is. It is.
You're only 20 years old.
Yeah.
But you're setting the example for all these young kids that, you know, doing things naturally and doing things for health is the way to go.
Yeah.
So you definitely don't have that party, you know,
party mindset.
No party mindset.
Not really. No, it's been, my goal is to be the youngest Miss Olympia. So
okay.
Let's
Oh,
hope.
I got the chills.
Yeah.
You know,
So,
speaking some truth here. Okay.
Yeah.
I feel it. You're calling it out.
Yeah.
And you're taking the steps, which is the number one thing. Because you can have dreams, but if you don't take the steps, they're only going to be dreams, right?
Exactly.
So first you got to have the vision, what you want, and then follow it.
Yes.
But you have a great example.
I do. Every time I go home, my mom's training. She has been my whole life. I've watched her since growing up, so it's just kind of the lifestyle I've always lived.
And then Dad is amazing. He's always there on your corner.
Yes.
He's very quiet. I'm gonna see if I can grab him for an interview, but he's very quiet. He's just kind of in the background, helping them out. Again, nutrition is number one. You can't just do a bunch of weights and think that you're gonna have a result. So nutrition is very important. What supplements you take. Sometimes people tell me, Nora, why would you want to take supplements the rest of your life? Well, why do you want to eat for the rest of your life? We have to put in good stuff in our temple in order to have the best result.
Yeah.
So I'm going to take the things that matter. So
Exactly.
I even did a little post yesterday. I take my digestives everywhere.
My enzymes come with me
yeah.
everywhere. They're in every bag I have. And that's the difference. That's what separates a average natural athlete, an average natural athlete to a pro natural athlete. Is the little things you're doing, your supplements, your water, your food, the type of food you're eating, stuff like that. And it makes the biggest difference.
Exactly. Your skin looks amazing. You look so good. Everything does come from our stomach. 80% of all disease comes from your stomach. It has something to do with it. So digestion is very important in what we put in. And so traveling around the world, I mean, it's really hard. It's not as easy as you guys think it is. I was able to travel and we went to championships, but it's very hard because you got to bring your food and, you know, because everything's different in a different country. But you do it.
You have to plan it, yeah.
Plan.
Life keeps going.
Yeah.
So you just gotta.
So 20 years old, the youngest Miss Olympia. Let's see if that happens. She's calling it out. You're putting it out there, so I'm gonna call you on that one. So okay, so you're competing Saturday or Sunday?
So I'm not competing this weekend. I'll compete in September.
Oh,
September 9th is my first show.
Okay. So this weekend here, all the way in Manchester, we are going to have registration today, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday will be competition, and they will be awarded each day. We have amateurs and pros competing. So today you have your mom, Ashley, and brother.
Yes.
Okay, so we have 3 competitors from the
Grant family,
and we have some cheerleaders on the sideline. We're going to be watching you, so stay tuned, guys, all the way from Manchester. Love it. Love you. Love you. Okay, we have another one from the Grant family. Official, non-official?
Unofficial, yeah.
It's still Grant. Look at these
Friends or family.
Are you showing
too?
off right now? Is that what you're doing? You look fabulous.
Thank you.
So this is Miss Ashley. She is part of the Grant family, the Gains and Bulk. You've been working with them. You, you're part of the family.
Yeah.
So tell everybody at home your full name and what category.
Yeah. So my name is Ashley Guinness. I previously competed in bikini, and then just recently this year made a switch over to figure. So doing figure amateur today, and
You look
we'll see how it goes.
You just competed as well, not too long ago.
Yeah, a few weeks ago at Cancer. Yeah.
And you did amazing.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, it was really fun. I was kind of testing the waters at that show to see if I wanted to do wellness or figure, and figure is just what felt right. So we're rolling with it.
And figure is dense muscle. This is again, we have like the bikini is the very first one. Then after bikini, we would have wellness, and then we would have figure and physique, right? So definitely some muscle. I can see your body has changed completely from when you first started competing.
Yes.
And again, very tiny before. Now I can see these muscles just bulging. Your legs look fabulous.
It helps working out with Hilary every day. I just follow her lead and
you're learning for the best.
the right way.
You have the supplements, which is number 1. You have the support. You know, and she's not just talking the talk. She's taking those steps.
Yeah.
You know, she's doing it.
All of the best. So
So how are you feeling?
I feel really good.
You feel good?
Yesterday was a little swollen after the travel, but it's come down today.
So all those things we got to take in consideration. So traveling, we get swollen. Sometimes, you know, we can't even go to the bathroom for a couple of days because you've been on the plane. So that takes, you know, we have to take those things in consideration. So when did you arrive here?
So we arrived last night. We traveled for about 30 hours, 3 different connecting flights. We wore compression leggings. We, you know, packed all of our food. By the end of, we had a few cancellations, so by the end of it, our food was warm, so we had to throw it away, and then now we're just kind of winging our meal prep, but just go with the flow. Do what you gotta do.
Yep. They make it sound super easy, but it does take a lot of effort to make it here, to travel around the world, especially with these huge, you know, international shows. Again, you have the best of the best from around the world. Our European athletes they look great. They're amazing. They do not mess around. So the competition is way up there. So I cannot wait to see what we have for the entire weekend, guys. I'm so excited. You guys are always, you know, have a great attitude. You're always happy, even if you're depleted and, you know, don't feel good. They're still running up those stairs with a big old smile. I see them everywhere. I remember Greece. You guys were doing like the 1,000 steps or something. I was like, okay, we just competed, but you're still working out. Okay. Right?
It's a lifestyle.
It's a lifestyle, definitely. Well, I'm super excited for the entire, I call them the Gains and Bulk family.
We are.
Because I would call you, I need my digestive.
Yeah. Well, yep, that's what we're here for.
Okay, well, stay tuned for Miss Ashley. They're bringing their A game. They're moving up their categories. They're not messing around. So tune in and let's see what happens. Saturday or Sunday?
Saturday.
Saturday. Okay, I'll try to put up and see what happens.
See how it
This
goes.
video will go up, and maybe you better get that medal on the interview again. You might see a lot of Ashley. All right, stay tuned. Well, we got the man in the house here, Mr. Doug Grant. Now, he is the main guy here of all these athletes.
The athletes are, I'm just hanging out. So.
You're hanging out. No, but you look fabulous, too. I told you the other day, I was like, oh, you've got the abs going on.
When you keep up with them, like
You
training
have
them
to,
every day,
right?
you're gonna have to like just keep up, and that's the best you can do.
Yeah.
They're doing great. We're excited. A lot of they've trained hard for a long time to get to this, get ready for this. You know, World Championships is a big deal. It's in year 3. That was so much fun. And here, and I think just it's an opportunity to see different posing too. Like, it was so different. We found out in Greece, it was a full culture shock. And I think they've got
And
that
their
down.
bodies look a lot different from the ones back home as well.
Absolutely.
They look very different.
Very different.
And yes, the posing's very different. Now, I want to talk a little bit about you. Now, you have all the athletes and all that, but Mr. Doug here is inducted in Hall of Fame last year, right? And he's a huge,
Along with you?
along with me. We both went in at the same time, so super excited about that. But you've been a huge sponsor and supporter to the INBA for many years now, right?
Well, yeah, before I even met Debbie in the INBA, I was in kind of the fight or the movement for natural in a different arena. So it was really cool. My arena was in the Olympics and with the teams, and we fought for years for just be able to have equality in sports as far as the drugs and the testing, and worked a lot with the Olympic teams over the years. And then when I met Danny, I'm like, oh my gosh, that's what's happening. You know, he's doing basically an Olympic thing, but without bodybuilding in an Olympic sport, doing it in his own work, creating it. So it was a really easy match. Right? It was like brothers, that we met. And so it was easy to kind of transition over and work with INBA. It's the same thing with the Olympic team. So it's just needed. There's just, it's so bad what's going on out there today with the drugs and that. And I think even more now than in the past, because now when people are taking steroids and that, ever since COVID, it's affecting the health even more. It's like we have so many athletes dropping.
Oh yeah, they're dying on a weekly basis, big names.
Yeah, and so we average about 30 a year for over 20 years, and then the last few years it's been over 2,000. And a lot of it has to do with the use of steroids, even TRT replacement, things like that. It's raising the red blood cell count dramatically, and it's causing blood sludge. And so if anything else happens in your life, sometimes it's too much, and these athletes and people are dropping. And it's really sad, but a lot of it comes back to the illegal use.
Well, they want a quick fix, and a quick fix is not going to work. We've seen the long-term effects now, people dying, which is, you can't come back from that. But it's that movement, and I think now more than ever, the young athletes are like, we want to go natural, because why would we do this other thing where we're going to die at 40 or 50 years old? So we're actually seeing it. Back in the days, in the 70s, people were doing it like nothing, it's like, oh, I do steroids. And it's all about choice, but we're wanting to be here in the long run, right? The longevity of the whole situation. This makes us young, right? We're keeping up, we're feeling good. So you're extremely knowledgeable. Let me tell people at home a little bit. You've been supporting the INBA, sponsoring the motorcycle for years. So that motorcycle that you guys would see that they would give away, sponsored by Gains and Bulk, right? we have a car this year for the Natural Olympia, but you've been a huge supporter. Gains and Bulk has all the products that they have are WADA compliant.
Absolutely.
And that is really good because, again, you can go to a regular store and not buy the right thing. We can buy something over the counter and think, oh, it's over the counter, it's okay, but it has stimulants. It has things that are banned. So this is a great company that you can buy everything and you know it's WADA compliant.
Absolutely.
And I think that made a big difference to a lot of athletes.
Oh, absolutely. My son Braven owns Gains and Bulk now, and doing great with it. And like, remember at USA's one year, Hilary took second, but the person who took first tested positive.
Yes.
And she didn't need to. Remember, she lost the title, but she had taken a supplement that had some things in it that showed up on a test. So you have to be very careful in the supplement world. I think it's critical to know that supplements do help. Even the International Olympic Committee, shows that there's over five nutrients for sure that can boost the body's ability to perform, but to do it legally. But the problem is that a lot of them are tainted, and so you just make sure that you're WADA compliant, you're good to go, and you have that balance, right? Mindset, nutrition, exercise, and then the supplements. They're last, but they're important. And I think that's really the key, is just being able to help athletes have that knowledge of what to do from each of those factors.
Right. So I think it's, I guess the main thing is a big thank you to Mr. Denny Keikos for giving us that accountability,
Absolutely.
It is the only organization that I know that is really sticking to it, making you accountable. It doesn't matter, because WADA testing is very expensive, but it's being done because we want to make sure that everybody has that same, playing field, that we're all the same. Because why would you want to compete with someone that's has an advantage because they took some supplements? So here, the accountability. So thank you again to Mr. Denny Keikos. I say I just landed in the right place because I didn't know any better. And a lot of people don't know. They're like, well, what's the natural? What's the difference? The difference is that we are being tested to make sure that we're not taking any stimulants.
That's right. The other organizations that don't test, more power to them. They say they don't test. They don't, and then people that want to take those things, even though they're harmful for the body, it's their choice, and they go do that. The difference is that if you do take those, don't compete here, because this is drug tested, right? So this should be a level playing field for those that say, I do want to be natural, I want to take the body to its ultimate level, what's possible genetically, and still be able to have the longevity and quality of life. I think that's really the key, is not so much against everyone else, it's about being able to support what this is about. It's Olympic level support, and that's the key. The reason to have the Olympics is trying to create a level playing field. We're doing the same thing here. Hopefully it'll get in the Olympics soon.
Yeah, well, that's what's next, so we'll see. So stay tuned, and if you guys want to follow the INBA, go to www.naturalbodybuilding.com, and I will tag Mr. Doug and his companies, because the other one is
Optimal Health System.
Optimal Health System.
Thank you.
So thank you.
Still in collateral structure?